Hi guys, Tashi Delek to everyone. That just means good fortune to you in Tibetan language. So may you have good fortune today, tomorrow, and every day. So before everything, let's just ring our singing bowl to start this reading, to start this video. Okay. Hello. Bless. I'm Nick, and I've been doing crystal and tarot readings for the past 10 years as a hobby. And I've been making bracelets, crystal bracelets for friends and friends of friends, and even friends of friends of friends. And in the past 5 years, people whom I don't know have come to me for their crystal bracelets and for their readings. And I'm really surprised that that's currently happening, because that wasn't my real intention. At first, my intention really with crystal and tarot readings was for my own spiritual journey. So guys, I'm located in the Philippines, and my native language is in Cebuano and Tagalog. So some of the words are going to probably be both in Cebuano and Tagalog. So don't be surprised that there are words that you're not going to understand. But that's just a disclaimer here. But I'm going to try to do most of the channeling, though, in English, because I do have clients in the US, in Canada, and in Europe. So in the English-speaking parts of the world. So, yeah, I just really want to show you guys that tarot. If this is your first time in tarot, probably not. But I just want to show you guys, if this is your first time in tarot, I just want to show you that it is not scary. It is actually helpful and enlightening to many people. This shahadlok, the shahadlok. And I mean, it's very helpful to those people who are going through a challenging parts of their life. And they're experiencing their dark night of their souls. So for this channel, I'm still thinking about how we are going to steer the videos and what videos to make. And I think we are going to focus more on talking about true to life private readings and bringing them into the general public. But of course, we're going to hide the true identities of our querents, right? Of the people concerned. And I wanted to do a reading that's based on an actual private reading, and in that way we could empathize and reflect on that actual person's situation. And of course, I've already asked my client's permission to do this, and she has gladly said yes to this very first video. Okay, and for our very first video, we are going to do an actually heavy reading. It is a third-party reading. So I'm coming in blind with this video for this client. This is my first time to read for this client. So I'm going to get the feedback from her as we go on with the reading in private. Okay, so a little bit of structure for this video is that I am going to speed through the shuffling and the dealing of the cards, and I am going to do the private reading for my client on private, so you are not going to see that. You are not going to hear that. Then later on, we are going to be talking about the reading, okay? So, but for the sake of simplicity, I am going to hide my querent's name as Shiela. So Tashi baby, sit back, relax, grab a donut or something, and let's go. Okay, so now that we have done the shuffling of the cards and the dealing of the cards, we're just going to finish the private reading with our client here, and I'm going to come back to you later so we can talk about our reading. for today. Okay, guys, we just got done with a private reading. I've already cut that from our file, our video. So I have turned the cards on their backs again, so we could focus on the meanings of each card, in each pile, in each spread, and like turn it back in as we did with Shiela. So we are going to go through the cards as we did. We are going to do the third party first. So the first row right here is the boyfriend's feelings towards the third party, and the second row is the boyfriend's feelings towards Shiela. Okay, so we are going to open back each card and talk about them individually. So it's like opening them for the very first time, and we have the romance angels for the final advice from angels. Okay, let's begin. So the very first pile of each spread right here is the main energies that we have. So the next piles, like pile 2, 3, 4, and 5, are going to be clarifying energies, which are going to be deeper, that relate to the first pile of that spread. Okay? So these piles, each of these piles will enhance our understanding of the overall situation and the overall energy of this reading. Okay? So for the very first pile, I'm just going to pull it down so we can have a little bit more space here for the first pile. So our first pile is the Ten of Swords and the Sun. Okay. I'm not surprised that the Ten of Swords is here. So the Ten of Swords, this is a card of betrayal. This is a third party reading, so yes, this is betrayal. I'm not surprised that it came out, actually. So this is also betrayal to oneself. This is also betrayal to someone. This is betrayal to something that you believe. So this is evident really in this situation, that the Ten of Swords is a cause, that this is a fear of something, that this Ten of Swords is going to be the cause of the end of something. So there is also an aspect of secrecy here, like hiding the situation with the owl. So this owl right here is a very secretive energy. Since it's just shown in a shape or shadow, it's basically like the situation is not coming to light yet. And see, you can. I don't know if this is dusk, but for me, this is like dawn, when the sun is actually going to rise again. And the odd thing about that is that this is clarified by the sun. See? So this situation is going to be coming to light soon. This secrecy is going to be revealed soon to all the parties involved. That's what we're doing now. Okay? And the owl right here is also your inner wisdom, which understands that what you're doing is wrong, and you're resisting to change that something wrong. So this is your higher self, like telling you that you need to change the situation. But it feels like it's being shoved in background because he's not listening to his higher self. So this guy is very confused because he's not listening to his soul, and your soul's language, which is intuition. That's your conscience, and you're not listening to your conscience at all, what you're supposed to do. And if that happens, then we're going to be pinned down in the ground like this person right here, and all his body is hurting. Even his mind is hurting, his body is hurting, his heart is hurting. All the chakras in his body are hurting. So this person is experiencing a lot of imbalance as well in his body, probably health, in terms of health. Like, when you're not balanced in your chakras, you kind of tend to get like illness easily. So that's why we have crystals to enhance the chakras. And the very prominent like sword here that I think you can see also from the card is the sword that's in his head. This is overthinking. And that's overthinking. It's stabbing your head with a sword. And the colors here are very dry. There's no blue or anything like that. It's just like rage or something. It's like indifference. I mean, the emotions have been drained since it's a very drought-like appearance here in the card. And that also means like the emotions have been drained. So at the moment, this is something he is very indifferent in thinking about. So there's like, I'm saying I'm already in the situation, so I'm just gonna see through how this goes. So I can't do anything now. Like, I'm pinned on the ground in the situation. So this also screams helplessness to me. And this is also being shameful. I mean, to feel shame. Not being able to show your face. This is going to be very shameful for him to say to Shiela what he has done. Okay? And this is clarified or hidden, clarified by the Sun card. So this truth is going to come out soon. This Sun card is a card of happiness and joy. He wants to experience that happiness and joy right there. Also, I'm feeling really is that the Sun card is hiding, like on top, like here, it's on top the Ten of Swords to the third party. So the persona that he actually just shows to the third party he is this cheerful person. I mean, this sunny person. So the boyfriend can be very charismatic, attractive, fun-loving, adventurous. Murag may problema. And he's showing off as someone who's like easy-go-lucky, because this person easily hides his pain like very well underneath that sunny personality. And that could be like very attractive to some people because, and probably that's why he attracted this third party as well, because of the fun, loving aspect to him, I mean. But the third party doesn't know what's happening deep inside him. So I think this is very superficial. So they don't talk about feelings. So this, you don't talk about emotions. And I think this person also does not create or does not have like, probably talks about like daily stuff, but does not really talk about his real emotions. Like, he tends to have this superficial relationships, like especially in friendships like that. And he wants to prove that he's above it all, like his feelings is like that. Like, he doesn't want to he wants to be viewed as someone who is a happy-go-lucky person. Okay? So, pile number 2. We have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a card of abandonment or escapism, escape. So I'm seeing a lot of alcohol also here. So that's probably an escape for him. And this relationship with a third party also may have developed from friends or coworkers while drinking at night, or probably in the bar scene. They may have met in a bar, or whatever. I think he views the third party as his escape or whatever from whatever pain or challenge that he has in his life right now. So I asked Shiela, what is happening with this guy? Like, are you like aware that this is happening deep inside him? So the question, I said, where are you? I asked, where are you, Shiela? So she said she was working abroad. Okay? And this guy is in the Philippines. Kanisi Shiela is in Canada. And they have been in a long distance relationship for a little bit over 6 months. And actually, that's just very recent, And the guy is probably experiencing like separation anxiety. Yeah. There is an aspect of loneliness here in the Nine of Swords. This is mental sufferings. This is anxiety. This is fear. And I feel like being with this third party is just to fill that hole in his heart, because Sheila's energy is absent. Okay, so we're going to talk about this situation more in the later cards. It does get more interesting. Okay, if that's not interesting yet. So he's hiding his mental anguish here with the Eight of Cups. Okay? So the third party is escape. Of course, I find myself repeating because I feel like I need to really explain that. This is escape, not to feel the Nine of Swords. Not to feel anxiety, not to feel... So I say, yeah. There's a lot of overthinking, fear, probably because Shiela is away and he fears that Shiela is going to abandon him and find someone new in Canada. So that's kind of like abandonment issues and separation anxiety molded into one. And Shiela says our queerant says she's been very busy with settling down and starting her job and her studies in Canada, that she hasn't really invested much of time with her boyfriend. But I mean, she actually asked him before she applied to Canada. The plan was to have this long distance relationship, and when she gets a permanent residency, she comes back, marry him, and live in Canada with him. And he was okay with all of that at that time when they were talking. And the guy said, you do whatever you want because that's your own career and your life. That's good. That's good on the side of him. Okay? But I don't know if that's like a lie on his side. Okay? Okay. So, we have, for the third pile, we have the Chariot and the Emperor. So the normal Emperor, my voice gets too high whenever I'm excited, okay? So the normal Emperor is in control of his feelings, he's very logical, he's very fair, he puts judgment in and makes good decisions. Okay, but the Emperor is also very stubborn because he knows what actions need to be done. So there is also an aspect of controlling emotions here, because the Emperor controls his emotions with his emotional armor. Right there. To make supposedly good decisions for everyone. Okay? So I really do feel that here, because he wants what's good for Shiela. And he knows that it is a good decision because that is also going to benefit him in the long run. But with the combination here of the Chariot card, the Chariot is a fast-moving energy. Chariot can sometimes be very impulsive. It's an energy that wants to move. It's an energy that's thrilled. It's like something like that. It's like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this before everything for that, because I want this. Okay? So the Chariot card indicates movement and starting something new, something thrilling, and to move out of a difficult situation. So the difficult situation here is this. So because this is his past, he felt these two cards right here. He felt this a lot of anxiety, a lot of things like that. And he needed to get away from that. See, the direction of the horses is away from the problems here, from the anxiety. So he wants to move out of that bad situation. He wants to clear his mind. This is a sign for me that he wants some mental clarity, because he doesn't want to feel this. The Nine of Swords. Doesn't want to think about that. This is, for me, an additional confirmation of the escapism aspect of the spread. That he wants to escape that, and he wants to decide on what to do. I'm the Emperor, I want to do something. I can do something with my situation now. And that Chariot is very impulsive, and I want to do it now. So this combination right here combines the impulsiveness of the Emperor. That means the Emperor who has lost his control by being impulsive and making bad decisions. I see someone very stubborn, and someone who wants to do what he wants to do, and does not want to be controlled by a set of rules, a set of discipline, because he is above it. Okay? So he knows that there is a code of ethics in long-distance relationship. You don't cheat. I get very protective sometimes with my queerants, and I feel their pain. But I see a very spoiled emperor, a spoiled child king, or something like that. This is an image of this is a combination of an immature king who has access to money, who has access to people, who has access to his attractiveness, who has access to alcohol, who wants to have sex, remember the King Louis XIV. Is that a 14? Yeah. Okay, so the Chariot also is actually literal travel, or a vehicle. So they're probably going on adventures as well, far away, Probably a car. Yeah, vehicle, travel, There's adventures. So he probably enjoys companionship with this person. Okay. This is also a vehicle. Yeah. As you can see, he's in the observance mode, observing. I mean, he's observing these two kids. It's these people are so I think Shiela is also these two. Shiela and the third party is younger than him. There's also an age difference here between the two. I mean, the third party and the Shiela, I think. Okay. Okay. I think that's that. That's that. Okay, so for pile 4, we're moving on to pile 4. We have the Moon and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I'm not really surprised that the Moon is here. The moon is a very secretive energy. So you don't want to tell you're cheating, right? This is something hidden from everyone else. And since he is very good in hiding his true feelings, like because he has emotional armor, of course he's going to be good with secrets, right? So a general rule, okay, it's very interesting also, because in the general rule in tarot, if you have a chariot that appears before the moon, so this is this chariot right here, which appears before the moon, that's very interesting. That's a big sign that the secret will come to light soon. Yeah. And this is also confirmation here that this secret is going to come to light soon because of the sun. The sun energy is saying, Sheila is going to know about this soon. Or probably Sheila has already known about this already. The Seven of Wands in reverse is an energy of external pressure. It's telling me that the boyfriend fears, of course, of getting this candle out to the public and probably to friends. So I really feel that this could be someone. So the third party, I think the third party is someone that he sees like in every day, like in a casual setup, and hides the relationship from everyone else with the other coworkers, or probably I don't know. So, and I think the third party is also being very secretive as well. Yeah, I think she does not know about Sheila though. Yeah. So I also feel that this guy is older and has control over the third party, like a boss, because of the Emperor. And I told her, what is the job of your boyfriend? And she says, he's a supervisor of a company. It's most probably a coworker, a younger, probably a junior. Also, as you can see here, wait, I need water. I mean, water is the fuel for, a dry mouth plus a very active intuition, a very active third eye. So I'm just going to drink water first. So I can also see this as like the emperor demands respect, right? A king demands respect. Like people's perception of him matters the most, even if he is a bad emperor. So that's why I'm really confirmed. I mean, there's really a confirmation here that's saying to me that he has like control, somewhat of a control over the third party, and he doesn't want to, and he wants to keep this scandal from coming out because this is going to be very detrimental for his image and to his career if this leaks out. But he is doing it anyway for the thrill. So yeah, I'm very convinced that the boyfriend is the boss of someone, of this third party. So I asked Sheila how she first suspected that the guy was cheating. I mean, how did you come to know about this? I mean, it was because of, this is a story concerning the car, right? So this is because of that non-mutual friend actually saw the boyfriend with the girl somewhere. Let's just say somewhere in the mountains. Okay. And the boyfriend is not familiar of Sheila's friend, but Sheila's friend knows about the boyfriend through Facebook. And actually, the friend actually just asked her if they broke up or something like that. If Shiela and the boyfriend already broke up. And of course, the friend was able to snap a picture and showing these two together in a resort. So you never know who the CCTV is. You never know. You never know. So be careful out there, guys. If you're cheating, you be careful and very, very, very smart about it. If you're hiding, like if it's a secret, then probably stay in your garage or something. Yeah, just be away from people's like sites. Because it's gonna come out. Really. There, walay aso sa nagingon nila. Walay aso kung walay sunog. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. We enjoyed this. It was like Shiela was like laughing so hard about. I'm really like, in spite of everything, we were able to really laugh about this, and I think laughing about the situation like brings light to a little bit of emotional release or something, because if you really think about it too hard, you go on depression. Okay, so our last pile, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Cups in reverse. So we were actually, me and my client, we were actually really laughing about this because we were talking about this vlogger, Miss Deliciousness, and whenever she talks about the male private parts, she says it's a tentacle, like in a tentacle of an octopus. And we were really laughing at this because the pentacles kind of like reminded us of that tentacles, of the word tentacles. Hi, Miss Deliciousness. We love you. We love you. She's awesome. I love her. If you're watching this, hello. Probably not, because I'm not famous. Okay. And she has like Miss Delicious has like this group with I think Stephen Benzel. Yeah, they have this group that I've seen like on YouTube. They have they talk about like stuff about the LGBT community. That's very interesting. Which is very interesting. Okay, so going back, that's why sidetracked by that, because we were laughing during the actual reading. We were really laughing hard because of the word tentacles, and it's probably the boyfriend is just concerned about his tentacles too. There is sexual energy here. So yeah, there is sexual energy here, a lot of sexual energy here. So that's why. So the Seven of Pentacles, moving back to our cards. The Seven of Pentacles means you're invested in something. You are putting seed. And that's another word right there, putting seed into a person, into a situation. Like investing your seed for it to grow. But I mean, in this sense, this is more of like your practical sense. Like he's investing time with this person and seeing if this person is actually a good match. And this, but this Six of Cups in reverse, it means the situation is still immature. The relationship is still, if you could call it a relationship, it's still immature. So this is still, if it is a relationship, this is still in the very early stages of the relationship. So they are probably in a honeymoon phase. Okay? So the Six of Cups in reverse also means immaturity in his feelings. So he does not see any long-lasting commitment here on the side of the third party. Okay? When the card is upright right there, this means that you have built something with a person, you have memories with a person. Of course, you have memories with a person because they are probably going on adventures, but that's not enough for him to leave Shiela, as for now. That's why he's keeping this a secret, because he doesn't want to prematurely decide to push away Shiela and tell her that we need to break up. That's why this is a very secretive situation, because he's still like in the waters. He's testing the waters if this third party is going to be good for him. Okay, that's what I feel. Also, yeah, this is very immature, and this relationship is still in the first very early stages of the relationship. And I could also see that there is a lack of commitment here. So this is probably just a fling, but this is a fling or out of convenience, out of accessibility, because they see each other like every day. So that's why I'm seeing this as someone who's like very close. So the LDR aspect of it. This is someone who's going to be close because he's having like adventures with her. So yeah, this is probably someone he sees on a regular, probably mostly every day, because there's a one's aspect here. Yeah. So my question is, if the third party is also falling in love with the boyfriend, I mean, it's good if the third party is also in this for fun or just sex, since they can both cut it off without, emotional attachment. I mean, it's easy for them to just cut it off without harm. But what if the third party is actually falling in love with the boyfriend? We can't really know that, because that's going to be in another spread. That's going to say the third party's feelings towards the boyfriend. This is the boyfriend's feelings towards the third party. But we're going to focus really on that, because I don't want to focus on the energies of the third party. Okay? And Shiela doesn't want to know. Okay? So if that is possible, I mean, if the third party is falling in love with the boyfriend, I mean, you're basically just toying around with other people's hearts for your entertainment. You're getting something from Shiela. You're also getting something from, the third party, and you are not deciding. You are stuck here because you want both of those things. Okay? You're stuck there because you want this side of Shiela. You also want this side that the third party gives you, which is thrill, excitement, like that, because he's very bored in terms of his relationship with Shiela. You're very lonely in terms of his relationship with Shiela. So basically, the girl, the other woman, is basically only the side chick, and she probably knows about this. It probably doesn't know about this. But she's getting like perks also. Like, she's getting like a lot of perks. She's getting car rides. She's getting a free vacation. Whatever. Like shopping, probably. Anything that's like physical. Shopping. This is the Pentacles. Pentacles is something you like involving money. Something in the physical. This is not emotions. This is more on the money side, the practical sides of life, like renting your house, those kind of things, the food, those probably also a companionship without attachment, without strings. So this is probably an NSA, no strings attached situation with these two. But what if, that's what I'm saying, what if the third party is actually feeling attached? And sometimes, girls do get attached easily with their flings. Not if they have the male, mentality, That's why it's really, one night stands are very, more centered into the male scene. And the females actually don't want that. Because females and the feminine energy, the divine feminine, wants to build up a relationship before they do have this intimate physicality with a person. While the masculine is more of some of it is very sexual energy as well. I'm seeing a lot of being very sexual without the masculine, divine masculine is more I don't want to say divine because that is a primal male aspect to it, that they can have sex without actually being attached to someone emotionally. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's move on to Sheila's spread right here below us. Okay, so for the first pile, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Moon. Of course the Moon is here again. The Moon again here. So here's the Moon. The Moon is also there. So this is something very secretive also on the side of Shiela. So he doesn't want it to come out to Sheila's side. Okay? So it's just confirmation from Spirit. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse means a breakdown of commitment. So something that may have started with a commitment has now shown to have lost that commitment, okay? So this is also a card of lack of effort or complacency. So he sees that Shiela being away from him, he is feeling like Shiela does not have Shiela has a lack of effort to build up the relationship or keeping up the relationship and neglecting his love for him. And you see this internally, you see this as your relationship also heading towards failure or an ending. You don't see a future with Shiela because of this. The boyfriend is feeling neglected because Shiela is not putting too much effort or putting too much attention to him. And he's not happy that Shiela is focusing on working hard and leaving him aside. So there's an abandonment aspect there. So he's basically very lonely because Shiela is away and prioritizing her own career. That he feels that that she is actually detaching from him. So he feels this breakdown in their relationship. So this is his hidden fear. This is the Moon. The Moon is someone that's, of course, is a secretive energy, but it's also a night energy of anxiety. This is your hidden fear and anxiety that Shiela may finally or may eventually abandon him and find someone better in Canada. Probably you should find someone better in Canada. With the Moon here, this fear and anxiety is something that he does not tell her. Because, for one, he told her that it was her decision to prioritize her own career. So that's like his actions are not matching up to what he's actually saying or thinking. So that's why he's so conflicted here. He's so conflicted in his feelings. There's like a lot of conflict here in the Nine of Swords. And that's creating a lot of cognitive dissonance in him. So, yeah, I feel like he does not care. I mean, I feel like he does care about Shiela because he does not want to be the obstacle for Shiela to work on her career. So that's why, like, he's hiding his true feelings and telling her that a long-distance relationship is going to be okay because he doesn't want to be the obstacle for that to happen. Okay? Maybe he thought he was going to be strong. Maybe he thought it was going to be strong to be able to go through a long-distance relationship because he made that promise with her when they were actually talking in front, like when he was in front of her. At that moment he did not feel the loneliness at that moment, and that's why I really think that he wasn't really lying when he made that promise. And I think the fear really just evolved when Shiela actually left and he started feeling the absence and he started to feel the loneliness. And if a person has a fear of abandonment, the person tends to put up like emotional walls and shutting off their partners when they're faced with separation anxiety. And they experience a difficulty in saying that it's hard for them to say what they mean and the meaning what they say, basically. And people with abandonment issues also go on to engage in a relationship or in an affair with a partner they don't really like. They are just in that affair, in that connection, just to prove to themselves that they're not actually attached to someone that they love, who they fear is going to leave them eventually. So this is what I really see here. Do we need to clarify the cards further? Okay, so we're moving on to the second pile. We have the Five of Cups, so another card of sadness. My goodness, this guy. And the Six of Pentacles. Another card of Pentacles. A card of Tentacles. The Five of Cups is a card of loneliness, despair, and looking at what's spilled. You're the guy. This person is in grieving, and he is looking at the Three Cups right here that's spilled, without looking at the Two of Cups behind him. And he's this. That's why I felt that the Three of Cups is is a card, like, it's not here, but the Three of Cups is a card of happiness and things like that. But it's like he's fearing that Shiela is getting that relationship or that with someone else in Canada. Nagselos jud siya. Actually, nagselos siya atong picture nila with this classmate ni Shiela, with our queer, because there was a picture with basta there was a picture nga murag nasa sa classroom and this guy was with Shiela, a fam, Magselos siya tong afam. And this like yeah, so this is someone who's like regretting that he allowed Shiela to work abroad. This is someone who's like overthinking. He's fearing the loss of his partner. This is someone who's grieving a loss of the relationship. Also, this is being disappointed on the current situation. Also, probably he regrets what he's done with the third party. Yeah. Because he sees like Shiela is this generous, loving person that's just uprooted from his life, basically. And Shiela is now currently spending that energy to other people around her. So he is looking at Shiela as someone who is loving and supportive, but he's not getting that love and support. So he's feeling very nostalgic of the good times as well, I think, and he feels that that is an ending right there with them. Okay? That's so sad. I feel sad with this guy. And the third party, moving on to the third party, we have the King of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. So the King of Cups in an upright position, it means an emotionally balanced person. But if in a reverse position like here, this is someone who's hiding his real emotions to Shiela. So this is probably brought by his inner conflict, due to the fact that he said it's okay for you to go to Canada and do this. We are going to do this LDR. We are going to do this long distance relationship. Okay? And this is also probably brought in by his inner conflict because of the third party, as shown here by the Seven of Swords. This is a conflict energy. And if we zoom in to the card here, there's a person right there in the background. As you can see, there's a person right there in the background who's crying, and I really feel that's Shiela. And this person on the foreground, this is the boyfriend, and he knows that he is carrying the swords that will hurt Shiela. So he is looking towards the direction of the person who is crying, indicating that he indeed is aware that if Shiela knows about the situation, then this is going to hurt her a lot. You can also see a lot of, there's also like an ocean there. So that's also my confirmation. There's also a confirmation for a long distance relationship for me. And he sees this person, and sees this person. There's a fear that someone else is going to come. Someone else is going to come to the aid of Shiela when she's crying. Then someone else is going to come to Sheila's life to be that supportive energy for her. But he is looking at this from afar. But he's looking at this, he fears that he can't be with Shiela because there is someone who's going to be replacing him soon. See? This is a third party as well. So he sees this. There's three persons here as well. So he sees this as a third party as well. Is that out of focus? He sees this as a third party as well, but Sheila's not doing anything. Okay. Moving on to our fourth pile, which is the Ten of Swords. And that's the Ten of Swords with Five of Pentacles in reverse. So the Ten of Swords is betrayal to himself and to Shiela, basically. So he knows that he is in love with Shiela, but he's doing this anyway, nonetheless. So that's betrayal to yourself and to another person. Again, that's a confirmation here that this is a betrayal and secrecy pile, a secrecy reading, because of the synchronicity between the two spreads. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is a very good sign here, because this means that he wants to get out of the situation. He wants to get out of this situation because and they feel like he really wants to stop the cheating. He wants to get out of being emotionally disturbed in Shiela's energy, you know. And the fifth pile for this is the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Pentacles is financial success and stability. So he only sees this in the pile with Shiela, of course. So this, if you can see this, while up here in the third party pile, there's like a difference here on how he sees the future with the third party, and how he sees the future with Shiela. He sees this as something that's not going to be resulting to a commitment, while in the side of Shiela, he sees this as financial success and stability. He only sees that on the pile of Shiela. While up here in the third party, he sees this immaturity of the investment, and the time that he's been with, or the time that's spending his money with this person, so he can leave like immediately. So this is really just a no strings attached situation. So in Sheila's pile is a little bit more commitment based and sees a married life here with Shiela than the third party. Of course, the Two of Swords in reverse is indecisiveness. You're not deciding as for now, and you are emotionally detaching from your partner, and he is really feeling conflicted of wants to get out of the situation of the fighting. So he is mentally disturbed now because he is in this third party situation. But the sad thing is that he's still not being able to move. So the synchronicity is also here in the Ten of Swords. That's also the message there in the Ten of Swords. Okay, so stability. I don't know if he's like a gold digger, but he does feel about Shiela. He feels love with Shiela because of the King of Cups, but he does not express this much, you know. I mean, he needs to express more about his love. He sees like Shiela as someone who brings in the big bucks, I guess. That's giving him like financial security. And that ability to someday immigrate to Canada. That's probably one of the things that's making him feel like Shiela is a better wife to be married to. But this is NSA. He doesn't see this as something he's committed to. So basically he's acting like a spoiled brat for me. Personally, I'm feeling like a spoiled brat energy here. I do what I want, and you give me what I want. Okay? So in a way, he is with Shiela because he is getting like what he wants in terms of money, love, emotional support by this. And he is getting like the third party he is with a third party for fun and excitement, for sex, So the common, it's very interesting because the common, of course, we've already told that. We already talked about the common cards, the Ten of Swords, right there. Okay, so the Ten of Swords and the Moon. That's for Shiela. The Moon. Okay, that's common for them too. So this both is energy of betrayal and secret. Okay, that's very interesting, guys, right? Very interesting. Okay, guys, so we are going to move on to our... What's that? I forgot. Okay. Let's move on to our advice from Spirit. What to do. Okay? Yay. Free yourself. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This is the advice of Spirit to Shiela. And love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay? So, that's really nice, I'm seeing this boyfriend really just lacks, emotional maturity. Although Shiela has the advantage of giving stability and advantage here that he's more attached to Shiela than the third party, because he is getting the stability and the love that he wants to feel. Maybe he's feeling nostalgic. It's just stopped because Shiela is being busy. He knows that he has feelings for Shiela, but he's hiding it. But this is a very emotionally immature and spoiled person, I'm sad to say. And I really feel like there is a mother-child dynamic, and he is looking for that kind of dynamic in a relationship, like a child to a parent dynamic, and that one partner does this for him, and one partner provides... one partner does what he wants to do, and one partner provides for the other. Yeah, that's hard because a relationship should not be like that. It's give and take. Even if there's unconditional love, there's supposed to be unconditional love towards one person. And while unconditional love, it means like you're not asking for anything in return. I think there's just reciprocity is very... reciprocity is very important in a healthy relationship. So I'm seeing an imbalance here of the situation. Also because, as I said, it's more like Shiela is more invested in this than him. Shiela is getting less than what she is investing. Okay? And I really feel like, since they've been in this relationship for 3 years, I really feel like Shiela is actually enabling this person. And that's why he is not growing up. Because Shiela is enabling this person, and she is cradling him like her baby. That's why they've been in this relationship, because if this immature person experiences like a punishment or something, like a punishment from their partners, they kind of like withdraw. Especially if you're emotionally immature, you withdraw from your partner if you feel like you're being treated like a child. That's what I feel. And and if they lasted for 3 years, then that's probably because she is cradling him. And I told really Shiela, this is what we got here in the oracles right here. I told her to really take into consideration that this person is not emotionally mature for her. And think about her first, herself first. Free yourself from this situation, because this is going to, if you are in a relationship with an emotionally immature person, it will exhaust you. That's probably why Sheila is also having this, is finally out of this person's aura, out of this person's energy field, that really it means I will forget about you, because there is something more important in my life right now, but I'm not getting that satisfaction from you. But now that I'm in this situation, that I think my career and my studies and all of those things are going to benefit me in the long run, then I'm going to be focusing more on that instead of you. That's probably why Sheila is also detaching herself from this guy. Because she's not getting, there's an imbalance that she's feeling for a very long time, and she just wants it to, and I mean subconsciously, even if you don't want to leave a person because you love a person, it gets to a point that it's exhausting, because the situation is not reciprocated, your love is not reciprocated. I mean, even if you're in a situation like that, it really depletes you. I'm also feeling that Sheila is a very empathic person, because of the Six of Cups here, Six of Pentacles here. That means you are very giving of your time, your love, your effort, your support. But as you can see, the one thing about this is that you can see there's an imbalance here. There's a slight imbalance. There's a slight imbalance in the scale. He is not getting. This is since this is a charity. I mean the Six of Pentacles card also means charity. That's an aspect to it. So that's why you see this this person is very magnanimous, very charitable towards this person and helping him, because he feels he needs that support, that love, that stability towards that person. There's also another person here. That's probably why. But there is another aspect of his life that is actually ignoring, because he's giving all his attention, all his love to this one particular person. So probably the energy switched, and now Sheila is actually giving to her own self, because these two people right here are very poverty stricken, and this person is very rich, very wealthy in terms of support, in terms of love, in terms of stability, and he wants to give that to this person. But this person is the first person here is actually getting that. This is also third party, but in terms of that, the third party is yourself, your self-worth. You're giving to yourself. It's the third party is between yourself, and the other person that you're in a relationship with. So that's why I think the relationship needs to be in a balanced, reciprocated situation for it to be healthy. Okay? So if you're dealing with this type of imbalance, it's going to really exhaust you in the long run. I'm really, really amazed that they lasted for 3 years. Okay? And boundaries have to be made. And if this cheating does not cause for them to finally break apart, I would really suggest a couples counseling. And especially therapy with this person, because this person needs to understand what he's doing is self-sabotaging his relationships especially with Shiela. But I think Spirit is wanting her to really love yourself first. Yeah? This is just confirmation. I love it. Okay? So, guys, I do want to say that I think that it's best for her to really think of herself first and stop giving her energy and money and attention to this person. So my conversation with Sheila revealed to me that they have this like anxious avoidant attachment style dynamic throughout the 3 years. That it was like somewhat kind of on and off as well. So I also feel that this person is very self-absorbed and spoiled, so who is unable to empathize as well to other people's emotions. So you can see that in the playing and the cheating. I mean, guys, I want to say that if you have a childhood like trauma, like that remains unsolved into adulthood if you push it aside, like if you push it in the rug, like under the rug, that's really leads to like problems to any relationship that you have in and outside of yourself. So this is also very important in dating as well, and in terms of spirituality as well. When you don't believe that someone more powerful than yourself is out there, you kind of are left to your own devices, and you kind of feel this heavy burden in yourself. And if God is not like present, in your life, Spirit is not present in your life, and if you're not trusting with the divine blessings that you're supposed to be having, or you are getting, that's very complicated. You really need that aspect of spirituality in your life to get rid. Like if only this person was able to like let go of his like anxiety and let go to God, his anxiety, I mean, we probably won't be in this situation, But people deal, and I do understand that people deal with their problems differently. I mean, like, people go out drinking, people do drugs, people resort to like casual sex. You're 60 and you're still having the mindset of a 5-year-old child. If you really don't move out of that emotional like immaturity, maturity in terms of like wisdom and like that, it doesn't really have to be linked to age. Age is just a number, really, and there are very young people who have a very mature outlook in life, and there are also very old. There are also people in their 50s, 60s, and things like that who are very immature. So, yeah. This is also very, very important in like dating. Like before you said, like it's invested time with someone. For this situation, it's like 3 years. If you've invested that time with someone to learn about them first, like first signs of red flags, like signs of maturity, just really move on. You will notice it. But really, when people like these, they hide that aspect of their life very well, So that's why if you're really like linked to this person, you really know about their inner emotions if you're really in a relationship with them. So those people kind of show like narcissistic traits, and yeah, and they're kind of selfish and self-absorbed. children need to be exposed to charity, needs to be exposed to, darling, I'm doing this because I'm being charitable to other people. That's why the parents need to model this to their children, that you're not supposed to only think about yourself, but also think about other people as well. So that children need to be brought up in a safe and loving environment for them to grow and understand what love, compassion, and empathy looks like, and how that love looks like that if it's not modeled to you at a young age. So there's somewhat of a childhood aspect to this as well, especially with the boy right there. And I just want to say, guys, that in the Philippines, we really look at like going to the therapist as like a taboo, and really need to say that mental health is part of your overall health. And really, I would love to send that image out there to everyone, that it's okay to be not okay. And it's okay to seek therapy. It's okay not to be okay. You don't have to be perfect all the time. That's number one thing that I've been seeing a lot of people, is that they have all this expectation to themselves, and they do this, do everything, and they get exhausted because they want to do this. It's okay not to be okay. And that's really a good way to start to self-reflect, that it's okay not to be okay. And it's okay to say to people, to your friends and to your therapist, whatever, to say that you are not okay. So trust the professionals, guys. They know what to do. They're in school in that. So yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Cool. So we're just gonna talk about the crystals, guys, that I'm giving to her. Okay, first we have the black tourmaline with the anti-evil eye. So this is good for protecting your energy field from outside bad energy. In terms of like things like this is fighting and things like that. I mean, when you are in this transitory like stages in your life, the black tourmaline is a good stone to have to wear, and the anti-evil eye is added protection from evil intentions and negative energies as well. So this is very good for her. And the next, okay, just if you're noticing the kaning iyang thread right here, that's going to be removed. Okay. It is going to look like that. It's going to look like a loop. If we finally close the bracelet, that's just information, guys. If you're thinking that it's going to be sent out like this, no, it's going to be closed. But I'm still going to adjust this based on finalize the sizes, for finalize the bracelets for her size. So that's why it's not closed yet. Yeah. We're going to close that later for her. Okay. Next we have the rose quartz, aquamarine, and moonstone. So this helps regulate emotions and promote self-love and good communication, and hopefully enhancing your divine feminine side. So I think this is going to be good for her to, because she is in this energy of as she said, she's been crying a lot. So this is I think this is good for you to regulate your emotions with the moonstone. Okay, and we have the Super 7 in with the citrine. This is good for balancing your 7 chakras. This is a Super 7. It means that in times of like heavy energies like this, your chakras are, some parts of your like for example your heart chakra is going to be more active than the other chakras in your body. So things like that, they feel like things are very heavy. So in terms of like healing a broken heart, this is a good crystal for that. And I'm also adding the citrine there to magnify the power of the Super 7. Okay. Next, we have the Sunstone with the citrine. This combination is for joy, happiness, and it also promotes like abundance and success, and bringing an end to a bad situation. This is a very I feel really happy when I touch like Sunstone and citrine. I have citrine for myself as well, and I have a DCI here for a 5-tooth DCI, and I have a DCI there for all. This is Royal Blue Topaz, citrine, and my personal black tourmaline. But this is the regular, not faceted. This is the faceted, version, the faceted version, and this is the regular 10 mm. So I do 10 mm. For now, I do mostly 10 mm size stones because it's more like solid for me. The energy is more solid for me. Okay, guys, so that ends our very first video, and thank you so much for joining us. This has been very long. It's like almost 2 hours. This ends the first video, and thanks so much for joining us. And if you're still in this video, like and subscribe. And don't forget to visit our Facebook page at Tashi Mystic Jewels. And if you want your own personal bracelets made and even a private reading done, or both, just send us a message there as well. Okay, so and to that, I leave you with Tashi Delek. May you have good fortune for today, tomorrow, and every day. Bye, guys.